listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I am Nikki Davis Jr., stand-up esthetician, licensed comedian, and with me as usual is Sandro. He's on his phone.
Well, no, I'm not. I was texting my brother about my mother, so it's fine. So we're okay. Everything's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This is my my co-host slash boyfriend
Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Slash from Guns N' Roses.
I always wanted to say that.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Well, now you got to.
I did it.
We've been doing this for 2.5 years, by the way. Did you know that?
Wow, I've known you for that long?
No, you've known me for like
a lot longer.
A
yeah.
lot longer. It feels like a lot longer.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I feel more natural. As I say, I feel more natural. Yeah.
Well, we're tightening them up. We're tightening up our little podcast now, so we're doing them a little bit shorter. But we had this guest on before, and we loved her so much. And I'm trying to remember what we talked about last time. I know you definitely.
I remember talking about biohacking. Right. I remember talking about like GLP receptors and like it was really fascinating.
Good memory,
yeah.
right? I know.
Well, it was fascinating, so I wanted to retain some of it. Yeah.
But I want you to welcome to the stage, Jen Tabiza, Dr. Jen.
Thank you
so much for being here.
Thanks
Yay.
for having me. It's so nice to be here again.
This is great.
Thank you.
How was your day?
It was good. Fridays are my quote unquote off day, so I always kind of chill on Fridays.
I was wondering because
nice.
I asked you to do it, and I was like, "Damn!" She's like, "That was really." The practice just runs itself, and
Normally, the biggest task I have on Fridays is Pilates. So,
that's perfect.
I had enough time to get ready for us to have some fun things to talk about.
Well, good.
Yeah.
There was a few things I guess we were going to talk about. First of all, I guess we could just get right into it.
Yeah.
What's going on with collagen? Because everybody's talking about it. Like simply just like what happens when our skin ages with the collagen.
So yes, I think the foundation of understanding our bodies always helps us understand treatments better. So starting in about our mid-20s, we actually lose 1 to 2% of our collagen every year.
Oh my God. In
addition to that, our body also slows down production. So you're getting a double whammy. You're getting a loss of collagen plus a slowdown, which is why it results in visible aging.
Oh, wow. So like by the time you're 60, you have negative 40 collagens.
Well, it depends on how you spent your life, right? So your collagen can exponentially go down in your lifetime depending on sun exposure, lifestyle, stress, all of that. And then today we're here to talk about kind of like what works and what doesn't according to science, right?
Yeah.
So there's so much on the market that uses collagen as a buzzword. Supplements being one of them. So.
Yeah, there are so many supplements out there that just they say, and also the powders and things that people are putting into their foods. And tell me about like what works or tell me what doesn't work.
Okay,
yeah, whichever.
We'll start with collagen supplements in general because they're marketing them like crazy. They have been for a long time. So what's important to understand is taking collagen orally does not result in collagen in the skin.
Oh.
What actually happens is collagen breaks down into amino acids, and these amino acids help hydration, they'll help joint health, tissue repair, so they can help support collagen production, but they don't equate to collagen in the skin.
Okay, so they're still good for you in some ways,
yes.
just not necessarily to the skin.
Yeah, and I think it's just important because a lot of people invest a lot of money in these things, not fully understanding what they do or thinking, I don't need microneedling because I do this. So we can talk about also some other vitamins that are totally essential for collagen production.
I would love to do that.
That a lot of people may or may not be aware of. So when it comes to supplements that support collagen, there's vitamin C. Your body literally cannot make collagen without vitamin C.
Oh, wow.
So that's very important. We also have amino acids like glycine and proline. These are like the building blocks for collagen. So you need some of that as well. There's antioxidants like omega-3s. These protect the collagen you already have from damage.
Okay.
So there are different ways of supplementing to keep collagen production going, but none of them equate to direct collagen. So that's just important to understand when it comes to supplements because the supplement world is enormous right now and a lot of it's marketing. So you want to know what you're taking.
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. Medical grade vitamins are good. These are ones that have been clinically tested, and you can actually look up the studies. Does it get in the bloodstream?
Yeah.
So those are all really important to understand. Yeah.
So like, are there any foods that,
yeah, I mean, foods rich in antioxidants, obviously. So antioxidants are known to protect from damage, right? And then, of course, the vitamins that we talked about, like vitamin C and amino acids are in proteins.
Yeah.
Vitamin C is in many different nutrients that we can eat, citrus, things like that. So yeah, I mean, the healthier your diet is, whole food diets obviously encourage the process of your body being able to even make collagen at all.
Yeah.
So then there's also, we switch gears to collagen stimulation, which is different.
Yeah, that's what we all want, that one, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, you technically, ideally, you need both.
Okay.
So how do you actually make collagen is you have to stimulate something called a fibroblast.
Okay.
They manufacture collagen, and you do that with injury. That's what treatments do. So when you go to a med spa or an esthetician, you're doing treatments that create micro injuries. So your body thinks, oh no, I'm being injured. The fibroblasts go into action, and then you're going to get some collagen production.
Okay.
So common ones we use, as you know, they're red light therapy. There's microneedling, lasers. There's hybrid devices that do microneedling and radiofrequency together, like Sulfurm X. And what all of them do that's different is they just work on different layers of the skin, but they all do the same thing. They are causing collagen and elastin production.
Would you recommend layering those things, or just like you just do one or do the other?
I mean, in an ideal world, you do all of them.
Okay.
But for different reasons. For example, a device like Sulfurm X, which pairs radiofrequency with microneedling, it's getting into a deeper layer of the skin to lift it, versus microneedling and lasers work on more the superficial parts. So after you do a laser treatment, you're going to look very glowy, dewy, bright, youthful. So technically, when you're trying to aesthetically work on the skin, you end up working on both.
Okay.
So that's important to know.
That makes sense. What's like your favorite laser to do for just like a collagen stimulation?
I mean, I like lasers are all targeted towards different things. There are lasers for pigment reduction, like IPLs. Okay. I absolutely love CO2 lasers. They can be used at different depths to create basically extreme or a little resurfacing, depending what you want. I mean, they can go so hard on CO2 that you can be not seen by the world for 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So, it depends what you want from it and how much aging they're trying to help you with. And there's also the topic of biologics. I don't know if this is like a familiar term.
No.
Okay.
Tell me about that.
So biologics are basically the topicals you use with the collagen stimulating treatment. For example, we have PRF, which is plasma from your own blood. We have PDGF, that's platelet-derived growth factor. Okay. It's become extremely popular this year because it is 300% more potent than your own plasma. So people are opting in for that. There's exosomes. Those have been around for a while. Yeah. Those are little messenger cells. So they create better cell communication. So you get faster wound healing, you get a reduction of inflammation, and it supports collagen production. So you can think of a biologic as collagen fertilizer. You do the treatment, your body's going to respond. You sprinkle the fertilizer, you're going to get an amplification.
Okay. It's going deeper into the skin now because you sort of opened it up a little hole or whatever.
And there's so many fun custom ones we do. A really popular one lately is microneedling and then pairing it with PDGF and a small dose of Botox, actually. So what happens is once you open the skin with microneedling, the PDGF goes in, does its work with collagen, and the Botox relaxes the muscle gently. So it really tightens the skin to give it kind of like that glass skin appearance. So it's a really nice treatment that we've been doing lately at the clinic.
What's PDGD? What
PDGF.
What's PG&E again? Is that the
platelet-derived growth factor? It is lab-derived growth factors that mimic basically what's in your plasma.
So where do you get that, from your own blood?
There is a company. No, you order it.
Oh, okay.
So there's a company called Essence that produces a very high quality PDGF, and we're actually hoping that I believe they're working on studies about injecting it into the body, because we already inject plasma. Again, it depends where you want this biologic to do its work. Do you want it to do it on the surface of the skin? Do you want it to go deeper into the tissue and create some volume? And so hopefully we'll see some, studies coming out with PDGF being injected directly. They haven't done it yet.
So they would just inject it into your face or to your body?
Under the eyes. Under the eyes is huge because there aren't a lot of treatments that are really effective.
Yeah.
We do PRF. It's great. It's not always profound.
Under the eyes?
Mm-hmm. So it does help. It's just not always what people hope. That's the best way to describe it. Like you're going to see a good 15 to 20% improvement. But most people, when they go to have aesthetic treatments, they usually have significant loss of volume. So they don't want a subtle result. They want something more profound. And PDGF is 300 times more potent than your PRF. So the problem with your plasma is that there's inconsistencies based on your own hormones. Like your blood varies even throughout the month. And so we're drawing your blood and we're not getting consistent product, whereas this is a very consistent product. So that's why it's become so popular.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. How do you feel about red light?
Oh, yeah. So I love red light therapy. However, what's not spoken enough about it is it needs to be used properly. Otherwise, you're not going to get much of an effect.
Okay.
So what you need to look into is called the irradiance levels. This is telling us how much of the light actually gets into the skin.
Right.
So a medical grade device will have between 20 and 100 milliliters per centimeter squared. That's the number you want to look for. Otherwise, anything less than that, you will use red light and you might get a little glow to your skin. You might feel like it's doing something, but it can't actually produce collagen.
Okay.
So when you buy a device, if you can't find that number, honestly, you might as well not buy the device.
Tell me the number again, then I have another question for you.
Yes, it's 20 to 100 milliwatts per centimeter squared.
20 to 100. It's like 20-100.
20 to 100 works.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So anything in that range, obviously 100 is a better range, right?
Sure.
So we have medical grade devices in our offices that are at that level.
Okay.
But there are so many devices being sold online where you absolutely can't find that number.
Here's what my question is. Okay. Well, first of all, I have a red light that I got from this like genius crazy guy in Arizona, like 25 years ago. And the thing will not die. Like, it's just like these little bulbs and you can see the light penetrating through your skin. I mean, you can hold your hand up to it and it's all red. Then when I bought, it was just like, what do you call it? I bought like a machine for hydrofacials, right? Which I did on like 2 people. By the way. But it came with a mask and it had all these little red lights inside and they didn't look the same as the LEDs. It just looked like these little, I mean, I know it's LED, but they weren't in like a little bulb. Like the other ones look like a light bright. I don't know if you remember.
Like an incandescent?
I don't know what that means.
Those are like the old fashioned light bulbs that actually are, believe it or not, healthier for the body because, well, when we're talking about regular blue lights, like the one in these rooms, the LED lights, they have a lot of blue light in them, which is, it does cause oxidative damage. And it also is a little bit of an endocrine disruptor. So that's a whole other conversation. Yeah. But as far as I know, we don't even make incandescent bulbs anymore. They're not in production.
I don't think mine are definitely LED. But the other ones that I got from the cheap company, they're like these little dots. They're like red dot, and there's no possible way because it was like you buy the machine, and for like $20 extra you can get this thing that you put on your face, and it's like there's no freaking way that they're going to give you anything that's worth that kind of money for
just a light up mask.
Yeah, and that's all it is. It's a light up mask.
No, I mean, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, exactly. No, I didn't even buy it for that reason, but I was just like, I want to see what it is.
And it's become a little bit like a gimmick, the red light idea. They're selling them for, oh my gosh, I've seen red light blankets sold for $2,000 and they're the same ones that you can find on Alibaba for $100.
No way.
It's just marketing.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why these numbers are important because if you can get these numbers, then you're getting a reasonable product. Or, of course, there are so many places that have medical grade devices. Those are hefty to buy at home, right? They're thousands of dollars. They're meant to be used in a grand scale. So they are going to actually work. Yeah. There are interesting ways to make red light therapy more effective.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me about that.
So there was a study done back in 2009 that they published on PubMed that was really fascinating. They paired green tea extract with red light therapy. And what they found was that the results happen 10 times faster when they were paired together. In addition to that, there was another study that paired green tea and red light, and it found it inhibited cancer cells by 1,400%.
What?
So the EGCG, which is the antioxidant in green tea, it primes the cell to receive energy better. And because of that efficiency, not only are you getting more collagen production, but you're getting protection. You're getting both. So that's a great way to make it more effective at home. You can create your own extract, put it on your skin, and you will see better results.
How would you make that on your own?
Just a concentrated batch.
Like a matcha, or just like even just a green tea?
Green tea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, green tea. And, the more concentrated, the better. Or you can buy green tea extract and place it on the skin. But that also, there are other important things to understand about putting things on your skin and using red light therapy. So there's a lot of nuances to red light therapy. Like you've heard of these red light saunas.
Yes.
You guys have seen those. Those are also blowing up. And what people don't know is that as you're sweating, the wetness on your skin causes what's called light scatter. Okay. So the light actually bounces right back off your skin. No. So when you're sitting in a red light sauna, as you're sweating, the light can't penetrate the tissue.
Yeah.
So the best way to receive red light therapy is to have dry skin. So even if you're going to apply green tea, you want to make sure the skin is totally dry. You don't want it to keep reflecting off surfaces.
Right.
So yeah, people invested a lot of money in red light saunas, even in their own home, and they don't know that, I obviously do a deep amount of research on everything that I look into, and you really got to go out of your way to understand how red light works. And also photobiostimulation, which is a myriad of wavelengths. I don't know if you've seen all the different colors.
No, tell me what that is. I don't even know what your language you're speaking
so
right now.
Photobiostimulation, photo means light, is stimulating a response in your body.
Okay.
So we have red light, but as you know, there are more colors than red.
Right.
So we have far infrared, near infrared. Near infrared light goes a little bit deeper, so it helps with wound healing and inflammation.
Okay.
Then we have green light. This helps even your skin tone and reduce pigment in the skin. There's yellow and amber light that helps calm down redness in the skin. Purple light helps circulation and lymphatic drainage in the body. Blue light is used actually for acne because it has antibacterial activity. So you can use different wavelengths for different results in the body. And it's kind of interesting. Your body is like a receptacle to light, obviously, because the sun has all these light spectrums. Right. And so we were designed to receive them for different benefits. And now we're using them in concentrated ways to target whatever the issue is with the skin when people come to see us.
Super interesting, though, that if you pair it with the green tea, I feel like green tea was sent here to save us on the earth.
It's an excellent supplement to take or to drink. I mean, the more green tea you drink, honestly, there's endless benefits. There's metabolism benefits. It's an antioxidant, heart health. It's incredible. It's like a superfood.
I think it brings your glycemic
glycemic index down. Yeah, wow. It can work miracles. Everyone should be drinking it.
Is it all? I'm sorry.
No, please.
Is it all caffeinated?
Green tea typically is.
Yeah.
And I think the process of decaffeinating it would probably
you
not
don't
be
want
good
that.
to it.
It is a little bit of a slower release than coffee. So that's why when you drink green tea, you don't feel a buzz. It kind of goes into your bloodstream at a slower rate. So matchas also have, obviously that's green tea powder.
Yeah.
So yeah, green tea is a great way to incorporate skincare benefits, not just health benefits, everything.
I read somewhere, and I don't know where it was, but if you drink enough green tea, when you go out in the sun, you won't get as much skin damage.
It's because antioxidants act to protect your skin. And so that's what they do there. And it also protects against free radicals. So free radicals can be triggered by too much UV exposure. They go in the body. You basically think of a free radical as an enemy to the body. It's just kind of flowing through there and it can cause damage. So it protects that from happening. So free radical damage, I'm sure you guys have heard this before, literally comes from too much UV light. Too much of anything is not good, right? So that's just really how it helps.
This is off topic completely,
yes.
and forgive me if I've catch you off. How do you feel about the sun on your skin? Are you like a non-sun person? I went through my whole life never being in the sun, and now suddenly I go in the sun and I put my feet and legs out there for like 20 minutes a day, and I feel great.
Yeah.
So tell me.
Are you using your intuition about that?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I'm not using any medical science.
I mean, I don't think the sun was designed to kill us.
Yeah.
I think that we have to look at what drives some of the messages that we get about our health, right? Who benefits from hiding from the sun or protecting from the sun?
Right.
Perhaps it is these companies that make SPFs. There has been a correlation between SPF production and skin cancer rates going up. Does correlation mean causation? Who's to say, right? That's a very controversial topic.
Sure.
But there are so many benefits from sun exposure. For example, when you wake up in the morning, you are supposed to get sunlight right away.
Right.
And the reason why is when the sun rises in the morning, it has the highest level of blue light. So that's the one time you're supposed to get a lot of blue light.
Okay.
And blue light triggers serotonin. So it wakes you up, keeps you happy. And as the sun moves throughout the day, at the angle it does with Earth, we get less and less blue light. By nighttime, we have no blue light. And so when there's an absence of blue light, we produce melatonin, which puts us to sleep.
Oh.
So guess what's happening at night as you scroll?
Oh, right. Oh my gosh, it's keeping you awake.
Yes. Well, some people sleep, but they're not necessarily entering deep REM cycles.
Right.
And if you don't enter deep REM, that means your body never went into repair. That's why we're seeing a rise of all these cancers and diseases. Your body is supposed to repair itself every single night.
Right.
We're not supposed to get sick. There are obvious reasons as to why we get sick, right?
Yeah.
And so finding them and creating new habits around them and educating yourself is going to help you live a higher quality life. Because good sleep, they say good sleep is better than any medicine. And a loss of sleep is worse than literally anything else you can do. Like smoking cigarettes.
What are we gonna do, babe?
You don't sleep.
I know.
Neither one of us sleep well, especially me. But you've had a little lot. I find that you don't sleep that like you go to bed late and then then he can go on 4 hours of sleep. Like you'll have to do something, but it's not good for you.
Yeah, it's not good. But the cats keep me up. Plus, I eat before I go to bed. It's just
Bad habits.
Well,
what's fascinating is men can definitely operate off of way less sleep than women.
Interesting.
So women need about 8 to 9 hours of sleep to complete the amount of REM cycles that restore all of our hormones and also get rid of all of our expired hormones. Like estrogen actually becomes a waste product eventually and needs to be flushed out.
Okay.
So it's pretty fascinating because there's a lot of shame about sleeping 8 to 9 hours. Honestly, it's like, oh, you slept that much. Women are actually designed to. That's why most people will notice men can get up earlier than women easily. Men also operate off of a 24-hour testosterone cycle, and we don't.
Right.
So the rhythm of a man versus a woman when it comes to sleep is quite different. I think men, I don't want to misquote this, but they can operate off like 6 to 7 hours, whereas women are more 8 to 9.
6 to 7 hours for me, and I'm dead to the world. Like, don't even talk to me.
Yeah, but most men can because testosterone really helps drive the energy forward in the morning.
Okay.
But we have to go through those cycles of getting rid of all the hormones that need to be recycled and repairing new ones because they don't have as much estrogen and progesterone as we do.
Right.
So those are but what's fascinating is, did you know testosterone is also women's dominant hormone?
I didn't know it was their dominant hormone.
It's still the dominant hormone. It's so understudied in women. And there is an epidemic of low testosterone, not just amongst men, but women too.
A lot of women are taking they're taking their tea now.
Yes.
Right?
And what's crazy is if you just go to a primary care provider or you go to your OBGYN, they may never even test it.
No, I went to my regular doctor recently and I asked for like a hormone panel and they're like, no, sorry.
Isn't that crazy?
Your insurance isn't going to cover it, so I'm just going to do it on my own.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
take it to like a functional doctor.
Yes, that's actually the right way to do it. And there's so many great ways to support your hormones. If you want to go on HRT, the pros have way outweighed the cons. And there's been doctors stepping forward saying it's been a huge disservice to say HRT is dangerous because it has so many long-term health benefits for women, stabilizing our hormones through our 40s and 50s. Because on the other side of that, if we did not stabilize our hormones enough, we're going to have bone loss, heart disease, brain fog, a myriad of metabolic problems. And so keeping hormones as high as possible for as long as possible has a profound amount of positive effects. But testosterone, I mean, a lot of women over 40, they're not supposed to lose their sex drive, but they are. In fact, you remember it used to be a common thing where women in their 40s, their sex drive is crazy. Yeah. But I have some theories as to why we're all so low on testosterone. It's these lights, right? Like these lights, these LED lights actually disrupt our rhythm, our endocrine system. our clothes, polyester,
Hello.
plastic.
This whole thing is plastic. Yeah.
It stinks because
know.
these are things that are known to suppress the endocrine response. And endocrine response is basically the system in our body that produces hormones.
Right.
And so you can imagine why people are so low. I mean, there was a stat recently that said men now that are 20 years old have the same level of testosterone as 75-year-old men back in 1980.
What?
So if you look at what's happened culturally to men each generation, there has been a shift, right? In behavior, in energy, in drive. I mean, testosterone literally drives you forward. It makes you want to wake up in the morning, do things. It gives you energy.
Yeah.
It builds muscle. It's your sexual drive. And you're looking at these younger generations and there's a big shift.
Mm-hmm.
And it's possibly coming from this epidemic of low hormones that we're all experiencing. It's not just even a certain age group, which is crazy.
It's everyone now.
It is everyone. So it's super important to test. And as early as your 30s as a woman, I think you should start really looking into it because you may have a lot of things going on that you would never know was because of that. And that even happened to me.
Yeah.
So it's very possible that that's a factor.
I'm already through menopause. I've been for about 5 years and I don't have any estrogen. That much I know because a doctor told me that. She's like, you basically don't have any estrogen. But I really didn't have any symptoms that I was aware of. Like I didn't get hot flashes. I didn't gain weight or anything like that. But I do notice that I don't sleep. And I mean, and that's been going on for a while, but I think it's worse since then. I'm wondering if I'm excited actually to get my hormones tested
get them checked. And while you may not necessarily be a candidate anymore for HRT, you certainly still can do things to encourage those pathways.
Why wouldn't I be?
Well, there are a lot of doctors that are pretty resistant to put you on them after menopause.
Oh.
And, I am not an OBGYN and that is not my specialty and I can't really speak to it, but mainly because there's no studies.
Oh.
There's no studies to show what happens if we do this after menopause. And so they're fearful, right? All doctors are like worried about being sued.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do anything that would harm you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, unless we all scream louder about women's health, it will never change because they severely underfund women's health studies. I mean, we literally don't even study tampons or pads on women.
And they were putting them up inside your body.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was a report earlier that showed tampons have asbestos in them and lead and all this crazy stuff. I mean, I'm too informed.
It's like they hate us.
They're putting out products without diligence or studies, right? They just want to get products out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they will continue to put them out until they get caught.
Got
Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. So again, the better you educate yourself, you can look for organic, tampons and pads, and they're less likely to have these things. It's not necessarily that they're adding it. It can happen in nature, like lead is in nature, right? So, but you still have to test for it. And
right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Well, this has been super, super informative. I love the stuff about the red light.
Yes.
First of all, I'm going to definitely look for those numbers. You said
Yes.
20 to 100?
20 to 100.
And then also, so interesting about the fact that you're taking collagen, but it's not necessarily going to your skin. It's going to your joints, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
But not the same as it's not going to help wrinkles or anything.
It'll support it, but it won't stimulate it.
Okay.
So there's support and there's stimulation. And I think that distinction is just really important to understand.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Welcome.
Did you have a question?
I think I have a question. Where can people find you on social media?
We are Total Body Aesthetics LA on Instagram and TikTok. So that's where you can find me.
All right. Well, thank
Very
you
cool.
again.
Thank
and
you.
We're going to see you really soon. I have a feeling.
Okay.
You.
All right.
Real soon.
Yeah. All right. Bye.